Hello and welcome to San Lando Sound Waves. My name is Erica Holloway, and this is week 42, day 206. We are reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 26, verses 17 through 29, the Last Supper. On the first day of the festival of unleavened bread, the disciple came to Jesus and asked, "Where do you want us to make preparations for you to eat the Passover?" He replied, "Go into the city and to a certain man and tell him, the teacher says, my appointed time is near. I'm going to celebrate the Passover with my disciples at your house." So the disciples did as Jesus had directed them and prepared the Passover. When evening came, Jesus was reclining at the table with the 12. And while they were eating, Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, one of you will betray me." They were very sad and began to say to him one after the other, "Surely you don't mean me, Lord." Jesus replied, "The one who has dipped his hand into the bowl with me will betray me. The Son of Man will go just as it is written about him, but woe to that man who betrays the Son of Man. It would be better for him if he had never been born." Then Judas, the one who would betray him, said, "Surely you don't mean me, Lord." Jesus answered, "You have said so." While they were eating, Jesus took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to his disciples, saying, "Take and eat, this is my body." Then he took a cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, saying, "Drink from it, all of you. This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins. I tell you, I will not drink from this fruit of the vine from now on until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom." Now, let's consider our 7 arrows or 7 questions. What does this passage say? What did the passage mean to its original audience? What does this passage tell us about God? What does this passage tell us about humans? What does this passage demand of me? How does this passage change the way I relate to people? What does this passage prompt me to do? To pray to God. Now let's consider the devotion for the day. The gospel writers spent a great deal of time describing the final days of Jesus' life, revealing this is centrally important to a proper understanding of Jesus. He was sent to die as the fulfillment of God's plan. Jesus knew this plan, continually reminding his disciples of what was to come. God used one disciple, Judas, to hand Jesus over to those who wanted him dead. Prior to this betrayal, Jesus reminded his disciples of what the future held one final time. He took the bread and the wine at the annual Passover meal and used it as a picture of his death. His body would be broken like the bread they tore to share and eat. His blood would be poured out like the wine that they would drink. This death would fulfill the new covenant promise God made to his people through the prophet Jeremiah. Those who had faith in Jesus' work would receive a new heart, allowing them to love God and reflect him in the way they were created. Thanks for joining us today, and we hope you will tune in again tomorrow.
All right.